What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Sir Dre from the Bay with Sport and a Smile podcast. It is the final dress rehearsal for the 49ers. They play tonight against the Raiders in Las Vegas. Yeah, this is it. This is where everybody needs to put the best foot forward. The final cuts are Sunday. So you're going to see a lot of these young guys, first teamers, or not first teamers, second, third, fourth stringers, getting an opportunity to put their final stamp on what they think they're going to do for the season. I'm looking forward to it because, like I said, this is it. This is your last chance. This is your last chance. Make it or break it. And there's plenty of players that I think will make that 53 roster, but there's also a lot of them that I just don't see them. I don't see it happening. But before I get into all of that, let's talk about the elephant in the room, y'all. Jed York. I think we all make mistakes, and his is a little bigger than ours because he's a public figure, owner of a football team, owner of the 49ers. So it sits a lot heavier than, most teams. 49ers have a reputation for being clean cut, family oriented. And this doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good. I know everything was already settled, so to speak, with the courts and the jail and all of that, but he's not done with the NFL. Now, what the NFL does from here on out, that's up to them. But, people are already calling for him to give up the team, sell the team, this, that, and the other. No. The 49ers have been in the York family for years. They've helped produce 5 Super Bowls, and I think they can produce and help us produce 6. All right. All this calling for him to sell the team and resign and this. Come on, man. Come on. That's not necessary. Let him, pay his dues. He's going to be punished. He'll settle that, take care of that. We move on. Unfortunate that it had to happen. And, I did. I don't know if any of you guys saw it or not, but I did. I saw the body cam from the arrest. And there's a lot of, there's a lot of missing item or missing elements in how he was arrested. And you have to look at it, but I noticed that he was not told why he was being arrested. He wasn't even told that he was being arrested, let alone why. He asked them what they were doing. Nobody ever answered that question. I think he asked them why they stopped him. Why are you doing this? What's going on? No answer. It was a sting, from what I understand. And so my thought is this, he's going to get punished. So let him deal with the punishment. As a team, as faithful fans, we got to keep moving. We're going to keep moving. And tonight is, like I said, the final dress rehearsal for the 2026 season. Now, tonight we got we got the Raiders tonight. And, I did a little something about the Raiders. I looked at some of their preseason stuff. Passing, they've got 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and they've been sacked 3 times. Cousins has 1 touchdown. Mendoza has a touchdown. O'Connell doesn't have a touchdown. He's been sacked once. Mendoza's been sacked twice. Rushing, they've got 3 rushing touchdowns. Their longest run was a 53-yarder, and that was by Washington. He didn't score on it, but a 53-yard scamper. Ogobowale had 4 carries for 55 or 35 yards so far this preseason. He's got 1 touchdown. His longest run was 19 yards. Laub is 11 carries for 48 yards, 1 touchdown. His longest run was 13 yards. Receiving, they've only got 2 touchdowns receiving, with a total of 42 receptions and 484 yards. The longest reception was 41 yards. I don't really see any big threats here. I know it's preseason, but I'm looking at this and looking at what we're going to be going into. The defense does have 5 sacks so far. They've got 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery. So their special teams are doing what they need to do as far as like sacks and things of that sort. But when you get to the 49er side of the ball, man, I know we keep it vanilla every preseason. We keep it vanilla. 1 touchdown, 1 passing touchdown. Yeah, it could have been a lot more, I think. In fact, it should have been a lot more. We've thrown 2 interceptions. We've been sacked twice. Martinez, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, been sacked twice. So there's a 2 and 2. Purdy, no touchdowns, but, we will make it through this. We've got 4 rushing touchdowns. Our longest run was 37 yards, no fumbles. That's a good thing, no fumbles. And the 1 touchdown that we did, get was the Watkins. I look for that to increase tonight against the Raiders. I really do. I think they can put together a good run like they did last week. Put together some good plays. Stretch it. Kicking game's looking good. Our special teams, that's going to probably, I think that might be where we can gotta dominate, because Collins, if he can continue to do what he did last week with the 83-yard touchdown, if he can at least average, I'll say 35 to 40 per kick return, we're doing good. We're doing real good. I thought there was I really wish I had the ability right now to run that tape for us, but I don't. I probably do. I just haven't figured out how to do it. Still new to this thing. But I think the special teams is going to be something to look at tonight. I got to say this though, our pass rush, man. We got 4 sacks, but we don't have a single interception. We've got 1 forced fumble, one fumble recovery, which is cool. But what we're lacking is interceptions. I mean, the DBs are getting to the ball. They're getting to the ball. They're defending. They're defending passes very well. But tonight I want to see interceptions. Maybe a couple of forced fumbles. But the coverages have been good. They've been blanketing wide receivers, doing what they have to do to keep us in games. Now, what I do want to talk about here is what's been going on with our DMPs, did not participates. It's a long list. It's a long list. Offensive lineman Pony is out with a concussion protocol. Wide receiver Cowing had a groin injury. Evans, groin tightness. Stout, hip flexor. Bosa still out, soreness. Defensive lineman Halton, ankle. Defensive lineman Height is out with ankle, as well as wide receiver Kirk is out with calf. Grimes is out with a hand problem. Mustafa, safety, hamstring. Offensive lineman Lowe, he's got an ankle problem. Offensive lineman Pleasance, he's got a knee issue. Jones, offensive lineman, calf injury. We've still yet to see Juszczyk out there. He's got the finger issue. Linebacker Gifford is out with a hamstring issue. Another offensive lineman, Toth, is out with concussion protocol. Cornerback Hobbs is down with a groin injury. Quarterback Rourke, who's still, nursing the ribs from game one. Who else we got? Cornerback Green, hamstring issue. Two other linebackers, Martin and Graham. One's with a hamstring, and Graham is undisclosed. So it just seems to keep going. There's nothing major here. It's not like something, that's season ending or anything like that. It's the annoying injuries like the hamstring that's tight or the ankle that you might have twisted. These are mostly those irritating injuries that we can get by. We can get by those, but just the list itself is just like it's crazy. It's nuts. I want to check on something here. I'm still trying to figure out who is going to be out on the field tonight. As far as I know, we probably won't see Purdy. I'd be surprised if we do, to be honest with you. I really would be surprised. I would really and truly be surprised if we did. But I'm looking forward to seeing what these third and fourth string guys are going to do to save themselves a job and make the team. Coach was saying that he saw a lot of guys out there the other night really putting in the work and going at it. And that's what you need to see in preseason, especially when you're getting down to your last game. This is the make it or break it. The cut down goes off on Sunday. Excuse the beepies. My dog decided he wanted to tackle his little toy. But anyway, this is where, the meat and potatoes, this is where you get your meat and potatoes. That's the way I want to look at that. The Niners need to have this win, and the guys that are out there need to play extra hard tonight. Extra hard tonight. If you want to continue to play in the NFL, or you might be auditioning for another team, you better put your best foot forward, because if you don't, your name will be called on Sunday, and you'll be packing up your locker, getting ready to heading on to the next stage in your NFL career. Now, this is not to say that if you get cut, you can't come back. They won't call you back. It's not to say that you can't make the practice team. You can't make, reserves. You might get picked up by another team. That's been known to happen. But yeah, I think. Excuse me 1 second here. Ah, okay. Uh, yeah, I'm here by myself because Lady Blue was unable to attend. She's still at work. She is trying to get out of there so she can be with me for halftime. Um, see who's in the house. I see got a couple of people. What's up, Lady Blue? Thank you for the thumbs up. Get to the house as soon as you can. I do miss having you here with me to kind of balance me out. But other than the fact that I think we'll win the game tonight, what I'm looking forward to is, will there be a Red Sea? Will we invade Las Vegas like we do everybody else? Probably not, because I know Raider fans, you know, they buy up their tickets as quickly as possible, always. And they know when the 49ers are coming into town preseason, uh, they definitely want to buy all the tickets they can get. What I don't want to see tonight is that usual Raider Niner exchange of punches, kicks, beers being thrown. Um, I will never forget the last Raider game I went to at Candlestick Park preseason. Um, I think I counted 17 fights that day. I mean, um, I didn't really like sit anywhere. It was a preseason game, so me, my crew, we doing laps around Candlestick, just kind of walking, watching the monitors, watching the game. But it seemed like every 10 to 15 minutes there was a fight breaking out. There had to have been, like I said, I think I counted at least 17 fights, and that doesn't include the before people got in the stadium, in the parking lot, tailgating. I know I saw two. And they were going at it pretty good. Raider 49ers, when they were Bay Area rivals, always trouble. But now that the Raiders are in Vegas, it's a little bit different. They still got those hardcore Raider fans, the Raiders. But you got the 49er fans that'll travel anywhere and always do travel wherever they go. And we ain't gonna back down from nobody. I'm not promoting the fighting now, but I'm gonna tell you now, we ain't backing down. We ain't backing down. I just hope it's a really good game tonight. Um, really don't want to see a bunch of garbage out there. I'm getting back here to some of our stats. I didn't realize that Stribling was he had 11 of 13 so far this preseason with 109 yards. He hasn't got the touchdown, but his longest reception was 32 yards. Watkins, who I mentioned earlier, 9 for 14, 9 catches, 14 receptions, or I'm sorry, 9 receptions for 14 targets, 100 yards total so far. Hodge, 5 6, 6 targets, 5 receptions, no touchdowns. McCormick, 16 carries, or 91, 16 carries for 91 yards and 1 touchdown. Herbert's got 10 carries, 35, 1 touchdown. His longest was 10 yards. Black, 8 carries, 33 yards. His longest was 9, but I mean, Black's been hurt. It was nice to see him back in there, and he's going to be trouble for the Raiders tonight. I'm just saying. I think he's going to be some trouble tonight. and I know very well he is going to be playing should he stay healthy. But according to what I looked at, he is healthy. He will be playing tonight. Um, Let me see who else. Let's see who's in here. Who's in here? Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, I was just taking a look at some stuff back here. Um, I was hoping somebody would be here to join me tonight, but it's okay. I'm trying to carry this as far as I can alone. Not an easy task, let me tell you, because I don't do stats. I don't usually do stats. I usually just talk, I speak my mind, um, and I go from there. Rushing wise, the Raiders got 3 touchdowns. Their longest run was 53 yards. They haven't lost the ball. They've not yet fumbled. We're going to change that tonight. Um, Receiving, they've got 2 touchdowns receiving, 42 receptions for 484 yards. I mentioned that earlier. The 5 sacks I mentioned, that might give us an issue tonight. That might give us a. I would like to see our defense put the pressure on whoever is starting for them, Cousins, Mendoza, or O'Connell. Um, we need to get that intensity up on the defensive line. We really do. Looking at the last 2 games, we have left a lot of holes for running backs to get through. Tackling hasn't been that great up front, and linebackers are starting to gel. The linebacker core and the DBs, they seem to be coming together. They all seem to be coming together. 3rd, 4th strings, 2nd string. Yeah, they're getting to the ball. They're getting to the ball. It's the defensive line that is not penetrating and getting the kind of pressure on quarterbacks that we are going to definitely need. Tonight this is when you really, if you're 3rd, 4th string, 2nd, don't care. This is when you need to really put it out there. Yes, it's the final preseason. You don't want to get hurt. You got the first game coming up in Australia, but man, tonight is the night you got to really put the hammer down if you want to stay on this team. So I want to see, what I would like to see is our defensive line get a little more pressure on the quarterbacks, give them a little more something to, make them get out of that pocket, make them a little uncomfortable. I think our DBs can handle their wide receivers, and I know our linebackers can get up in the holes and stop runs. And I would like to see a little less vanilla plays tonight on defense and offense. I know like I stated at the very beginning of this, the 49ers usually keep all their plays and the defenses real vanilla, just real simple. Tonight, I'd like to see some stunts, some blitzes, things of that sort, just to really throw the offense off. I'm a defensive minded player, coach, and that's what I want to see tonight. Offensively, I think we're going to see a little bit of both Mac Jones and Martinez. We may see Purdy for the first couple of series of plays, just to get it out there. But I know we're going to see a lot of Mac Jones and Martinez tonight. Mac Jones has been off the hook, kind of picking up where he left off when he had to come in last year. He doesn't seem to have missed the beat. That's what I'm looking for tonight. I really want to see more defense, a lot more pressure on from the defensive side of the ball. And if possible, I'd like to see the special teams step it up a little bit more now as well, because That's an issue that we had last year where we, you know, yeah, we didn't do very well with special teams last year, and that's kind of a sad thing. Um, but this year, it looks like we can turn this thing around as far as kick returns. I know our kicker Eddie De Niro Panero is doing well. I know he missed that 161 yarder in the first game of the preseason, but yeah, you know that is what it is. Um, yeah, that is what it is. Who else we got in here? We got nobody here. I thought I was going to have some visitors. I do have a couple of people. It looks like I've got two people watching. Hi, um, but no. Oh, okay, there we go. So yeah, tonight more upfront defense, man. We need to. The defensive line has got to step it up tonight. I want to see some sacks. DBs, you guys are covering people, but we got to get those INTs, baby. We need those INTs. A pick six would be nice. Unfortunately, we gave up a pick six last week. Um, or was it the week before? No, it was last week. Yeah, I think it was last week. Either way, we've already given up a pick six. I think it's time for us to get a pick six. So tonight, I look forward to seeing upbeat defense, a little more less, a little more um, of the real offense, meaning plays that are actually going to be in the playbook through the regular season. Um, I want to see how we do. Now, the Raider fans, you know, they're going to be all over us, booing and whatnot. But faithful, I know y'all going to be there. I know y'all going to be there. If you're not already there, I know you're going to be there. You're probably on your way to the stadium now. Um, let's make it loud. Let's get loud and proud for the faithful. You know what I'm saying? We can do that. We always do. That's why they call SoFi Levi South. Well, we I ain't gonna say we could take over Vegas, but we always give them a run for the money. It'd be more red and in there. Yeah, I think they're already there too. Uh, Rebecca, Lady Blue. Yeah, I think tonight should be fun. I want to see, like I said, I want to see more defense. I'd like to see a pick six. I'd like to see some interceptions, period, from our DBs. Uh, offensively, a good dose of Black, good dose of McCormick. Um, Mendoza, you got to be careful, man. You have a habit of doing some of the unthinkables. Stay calm in the pocket. Do your check downs, man, and take what you got. Take what they give you, and go from there. I mean, I just want to see a win, and I want to see a good game, obviously, and I think we will tonight. Um, yeah, that's about all I really want to say right now. I will be back at halftime to give my analysis on what I thought transpired. I don't think anybody will. Well, you know, you want to join me. But yeah, I think we'll see a pretty good game. I'll be back at halftime to give my analysis, give my thoughts. Hopefully, I'll have more information in my head than I did today because I forgot Lady Blue wasn't going to be with me today to kind of counter out what I'm saying. But that's okay. I got through the 30 minutes. With that being said, guys, um, oh wow, man, wow, that's not going to be good. I got through the 30 minutes. I said what I had to say. Um, let's go Niners. Let's go faithful. Let's get it done tonight in Vegas. Um, yeah, let's get it done. With that being said, I'm Sir Dre from the Bay. This is Sport and a Smile podcast. I will be back at halftime to give you my thoughts and analysis on the first half. In the meantime, keep sporting a smile, y'all. And if you see somebody without a smile, give them a smile, because you know what? They might need it. You never know. They might need it. So I will see you guys at halftime. Sir Dre from the Bay, Sport and Smile podcast. On behalf of Lady Brooke and myself, we'll talk to you guys at halftime. Enjoy the game. Let's go, faithful.